Oh, Dad, try the buzzer for me.
Hey!
Hello everyone, Martin's legacy and that of the original show are essentially destroyed by the falsehoods in Frasier Reboot Episode 9. The opportunity to revive the adored Crane patriarch was lost to the new Paramount Plus series with the passing of John Mahoney in 2018. In spite of this, Kelsey Grammer and his group have dedicated themselves to honoring Martin and maintaining his relevance throughout the program. The Frasier Reboot, which was based on actual events, disclosed that Frasier's father had just gone away. The incident featured prominently in the two-part pilot and seemed to be the main driving force for Frasier's decision to, at last, give his son's relationship top priority after all these years. While Frasier and Martin's romance was the biggest love tale in the original series, Niles and Daphne was the main romantic couple on the program. It was touching to see them grow as a couple over the course of 11 years. And the Frasier conclusion provided a nice resolution to their shared plot. One of the better decisions made by show writers David Angel, Peter Casey, and David Lee was undoubtedly to concentrate on the family side of Frasier's life. It helped the spin-off set itself apart from Cheers and gave Frasier a more endearing quality. Nevertheless, if the relationship between Frasier and Martin hadn't worked, this wouldn't have been successful. Frasier and Freddie accept the realities of their living situation and the fix is in the 9th episode of the Frasier Reboot. They've been sharing their room for a while, but they haven't really discussed the intricacies of their arrangement, or how it would affect their adult lives in general and their dating life in particular. Their strained relationship spilled over into other problems, such as younger Crane feeling uncomfortable being pampered and Frasier refusing to let Freddie work around the flat. Not until Alan Cornwall enters and openly discusses with his pal his reservations about taking Freddie's help. Frasier acknowledges that he doesn't think he's deserving of Freddie's assistance, which is why he doesn't want to depend on him. His comparisons to his father are the source of this unease. He clarifies that he is responsible for missing a significant portion of Freddie's childhood since he resided in Seattle before moving to Chicago, in contrast to Martin, who was always there for him. Unfortunately, there is no basis for this comparison. Either Frasier is telling falsehoods or he is misremembering the real nature of his relationship with Martin, at least prior to their reunion after a protracted period of cohabitation. Compared to his boys, Martin was essentially different, because Niles and Frasier resembled their mother more than their father. There was constant friction between the two of them. It would be an understatement to say that Frasier and Martin's relationship was strained when the first episode aired. Fighting often hampered their first season together. But it wasn't until the original Frasier Season 3 finale that their poor relationship was exposed as they ran out of topics to discuss. Even though it's mostly done for jokes, Frasier's admission in Cheers that his father had passed away was a major sign of their real connection. The details of Martin's death are not discussed in the Frasier Reboot. The tragedy hasn't been discussed much, but chronologically speaking, Frasier was only in Seattle for his burial before moving to Boston. Thus the Crane family is still grieving. Frasier could be romanticizing his father and their tale as a result. It's normal for individuals to become obsessive with the positive aspects of life after suffering significant losses, whether consciously or subconsciously. But this does not imply that Martin was an uncaring parent. He was a better character because, like most parents, he was imperfect yet loyal.